Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Kamala, you've got no class. That's why Donald Trump just kicked your ass. Take with you tampon Timmy Walls, the man who has no balls. Oh, you lying sacks, it's time to go. We won't miss your lying commie show. It's sure been fun, but not real fun. Donald Trump has begun. Donald Trump has just begun.
Wait, we got.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't quite ready.
It's still baking.
Yeah. It's a work in progress.
Long show.
Yes.
It's a work in progress.
It's a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got alternative lyrics to that.
We sure do.
This was a PG-13 sort of version.
I heard there's an MA version out there.
NC-17.
Oh, NC-17.
Floating around out there a little bit. Yeah.
Well, Jeffy and I are artists too. Okay.
Yeah.
our version is all right.
That version is going to be in my head all day.
Maybe we'll share it later on Twitter.
Maybe. Oh, man.
Wow, man.
Donald J. Trump, the 47th president of the United States. He was 45, and he will now be 47. Awesome. It's happened one other time in U.S. history. Keith, maybe you could tell us when that was?
That'd be one Grover Cleveland.
And, what are your favorites?
So there's two trivia questions now out of last night. Who has served 2 non-consecutive terms as president? It'll be Grover Cleveland and Donald Trump. And who has been beaten twice by Donald Trump? And that would be Hillary Clinton and Kamala Harris. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, it feels
Have a nice day.
Good.
What an unbelievable relief.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
It just, I mean, when I saw the results start coming in, and it really, I mean, from the beginning, it kind of looked like
it did.
There's no path
and
for
we
her.
Didn't,
There's no path. And you didn't want to believe it immediately?
No, you did. I didn't.
Because I didn't want the beat down at the end of it. Like, oh, my God, we crushed our spirit again. But then I kept waking up during the course of the night looking at the results. And then, like, at 1 a.m, Fox declared.
Yeah.
They decided that there was no path for her, and he wins. So,
boy, this election season, this election cycle probably took 10 years off of my life, and then last night,
and everybody else's.
Last night gave them back.
Yeah.
You know?
Right. So great.
It was so good.
She was so distraught. This is great. Am I a bad person for reveling in her sorrow?
No. Are you kidding
Please.
me?
Oh, it just feels so good. She just left. She left her election party without a word to anybody, with her supporters. You know, here's a bunch of people who probably traveled
long ways. Yeah.
Long ways.
And they're excited for her.
Hundreds of miles, thousands of miles, maybe. They're there. I understand. You're distraught. I get it, but you're an adult, right? You're the vice president of the United States. Come out and say something to him.
Right.
You don't have to concede right then if you don't want to. But, tell him something. Like, hey, thank you for your support. It's going to be a long night. We'll talk to you again later in the day. But thanks for coming. Appreciate your being here. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
We're not ready to end it yet because everything has not been tabulated.
Anything.
Yeah, anything.
Something.
Instead, send out your due person. Go home now.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Jeez.
It wasn't scripted. They didn't have it written out for her, so she wouldn't have known what to say out there.
That's for sure.
That's believable.
That's for sure.
Gosh.
It is.
So much.
But you know what? We are finally unburdened by what has been.
No kidding. Amen.
Thank you, Lord.
Amen.
Thank you, America.
Yeah.
What an unbelievable relief.
I know that you're not thanking the person who really saved this election for Donald Trump. The president of the United States, Joseph Robinette Biden.
He helped.
I know.
I believe he helped.
Oh, in fact,
and wait for the I Told You So tour.
That's coming.
I can't wait.
I'm there wrapping the buses and the train engines as we speak.
I'll help him. Yeah, he did. He told us. He was the best one, the only one that could beat Trump.
I think this is where you need clip 8. The Jake Tapper map.
It's awesome.
A perfect place for this.
So good.
So
here he is reacting to the map.
So you asked, are there any places that the vice president is overperforming Joe Biden in 2020? So we could show you that as well. We just bring that out here. Harris overperforming 2020.
Holy smokes.
There you go. So let this go away and see if there's anything on the east side there.
Literally nothing?
Wow. Literally nothing.
Literally not one county?
Not Not one county did
not
she do
one
better
county.
than Biden.
Literally nothing?
One
You
county?
could just hear the anguish
Yeah.
in his cute little voice.
Yeah.
Holy
Literally
smokes.
nothing?
But we know that upstairs at CNN, they just tripled their ad rates. They're
Right.
they're
Oh,
they're,
yeah.
they're so
They're
giddy
secretly,
that Trump won.
silently happy about it. Now,
Yeah,
Jake,
for sure.
I don't think Jake is because he hates Trump. I mean, it's made him unreasonable.
Yeah.
A guy who used to be somewhat of a real journalist. And because of his Trump derangement syndrome.
Trump did that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Can we just point
Yes, he
out,
did.
we put up the map that showed 312 electoral votes. We are projecting 4
Yes.
states that we're still waiting
'cause
on.
Officially, it's 277.
277, but
277,
boy,
yes.
it's looking good in those 4 remaining
And that's
states.
all that you need. I mean, it's fine if it's
Yeah.
277.
Yes.
Who cares?
Who cares?
But it's going to get better than this.
Yes, it will.
It's looking great in Michigan,
So-
Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska,
And
obviously.
this really is a mandate. I mean, she's going to.
This is what a mandate looks like.
It's a landslide.
And no one believes in her enough to. I mean, there's going to be some people mad and want to argue, and there might be a little bit of upheaval, but no one really feels the need to go out and burn the streets down because of Kamala Harris not winning.
Well, I hope.
I hope not,
No, I
man.
don't think so. Why
we'll
do
see.
it for her? I mean, it doesn't make any sense.
They would do it against Trump. It's what
Yeah.
motivates them.
Yeah,
is
but
the
I don't.
anti-Trump
But
stuff.
she's not worth it.
Perfectly fine if that's what the
Yeah.
conclusion they reach.
She's not
That'd be
worth it.
great.
And you're right in this being a mandate. For perspective, when Trump won in 2016, he had 304 electoral votes. Looks like it'll be the 312.
He's going to outdo that. Plus, he's going to win the
312.
popular vote. He's
Yeah.
up by 5 million in the popular vote. There's almost no way
that's
for her to
huge.
overcome that.
So just
So-
a question for both the Vice President Harris and Representative Jamie Raskin. Are you able to perform your constitutional duties on January 6th?
They have to. The mandate is there.
Because Raskin has made it very clear that you can vote for Donald Trump, but we're not going to certify his election. So,
Wow.
we'll
Yeah,
see.
but
Wouldn't that
and
be
I agree
amazing?
that he has, and that's when that's because we've never asked Kamala if she was going to sign and do her vice
We've asked.
presidential duty.
Nobody
Yes, we
else
have.
has. Nobody around her has.
But it would seem to me that with such a convincing and decisive win, and I wish it was even bigger, but I'm happy with, overjoyed
take it.
with the way it is. I don't think they can. I think they can do it begrudgingly and say we don't want to. We still think he's Hitler or whatever, but I don't think they can.
Well, you can't, after the big deal they made out of January 6th, 2021,
yeah.
you can't
Yeah, right.
possibly do it, right? Although we say that about a lot of things with
We do.
Democrats, and they do it anyway.
That's for sure.
yeah,
They don't let the truth get in their way.
no, I wrote this down in haste
absolutely
this
true.
morning. I saw CNN. They said in Chicago, black men went 82% for Biden. They went only 61% for Harris.
61?
Big number for Trump.
Wow.
Made some
Oh,
inroads.
that's huge. Huge.
For Harris, yeah. And then
Wow.
And then I saw another thing flashed up. I scribbled down. Georgia, black men went from for Trump went from 11 to 24.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah.
No wonder he won.
Oh, the
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the Dearborn, Michigan fun fact of the day.
Oh, this was awesome.
Okay, I need to find these numbers, Chris.
Well, you look for that. Let me tell you about Factor Meals. You notice how days are getting shorter, right? But your to-do list probably isn't. Factor's no prep, no mess meals help you power through. From breakfast to dinner and everything in between, Factor has easy, nutritious options to keep you fueled and feeling great, and they're delicious. That's the great thing. You know, when you're looking at the fridge and thinking, well, there's nothing in there. It's so great to have the Factor meals. They've got 35 meals each week to choose from and over 60 convenience add-ons like keto cookies, pressed juices, and smoothies. Factor has something for everybody. You can stay energized with America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service. Factor offers 6 menu options to fit your lifestyle. Manage your calories, maximize protein, or simply eat well-balanced meals. And since Factor's meals are chef-prepared and dietitian-approved, you'll not only love the taste, but also the way they support your goals. Plus, Factor's meals are cheaper than takeout, so you can put those savings toward holiday shopping or whatever other goals you have. Enjoy guilt-free comfort foods like home-style chicken and gravy, or explore some global flavors like Peruvian shrimp and red pepper cauli grits. Head to factormeals.com/Pat50
and use the promo code PAT50 to get 50% off your first box and then 20% off your next month. That's factormeals.com/PAT50.
Pat Gray returns.
Okay. So these are two precincts in Dearborn, Michigan. One shows Trump with 332 votes, Jill Stein with 293, Kamala Harris with 81.
She actually took third.
That is stunning. And then another one.
That's what they mandated, right? That's what that imam had told them to do.
If you're not going to vote for Donald Trump, then don't vote for Harris. Yeah, so here we got another precinct. Wow. I've got Donald Trump 203, Jill Stein 153, Kamala Harris 59. Amazing. Jill Stein winning 22% of the overall vote in Dearborn.
Whatever it takes.
Yes,
whatever it
absolutely.
Takes. Okay, whatever. That's fantastic because we've got a country to save here.
Thank you.
And it's just so gratifying that America didn't buy the lies. You know, the Madison Square Garden rally was a Nazi rally.
Right.
Trump is going to be a dictator day one. Trump is Hitler.
It was a Nazi rally, but the people there weren't Nazis. It was just Trump.
I don't even hear anybody qualify it that way. I don't think they care about.
No, they don't.
About calling his supporters
garbage,
Nazis, whatever.
Yeah.
Trump started an insurrection on January 6th. No. Trump called dead soldiers suckers and losers. No. Trump will round up Democrats. No. And why would you ever believe that when he didn't do it the first time around?
Right.
Why would he now, all of a sudden, now, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to round up like Hitler did because he's my hero. So I'm going to round up Democrats. Trump is a threat to democracy. Blah, 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 blah. We didn't buy any of it.
I don't know that I'm opposed to the rounding up of Democrats, though, but he's not going to do it.
He's not going to do it.
I did not say no when you said that. No, can I just say that, and first of all, like you said, Pat, thank you, God. Mm-hmm. Thank you, God, for giving us this chance that we do not deserve. And we did it without evangelicals, by the way.
By the way, we need to find, my wife just called me a few minutes ago. She said you should really listen to the Franklin Graham prayer. Can you see if you can find that, Chris? I guess in North Carolina, he prayed at the 11th hour or something, and it was supposedly quite moving.
Awesome.
So, yeah. Okay. And, I think he calls for repentance for the country, which is super appropriate. It's very appropriate.
Yeah. I'm all for that after we stop giving money to Ukraine.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Let's get that thing wrapped up.
And he says he's going to.
I know.
J6ers, hang in there.
Oh, yes, please give a pardon to all of those people. Who was I reading? I was reading about McInnes just wrote about one of his friends who was a comedian. Are you familiar with that story?
No.
What is the guy in? He's in Bob's Burgers or whatever.
Oh, yeah. We know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Apparently, everybody in the comedic world turned on him.
Oh, yeah.
Because he went to January 6th.
Yes, they did.
Guy got sentenced to a year in prison.
Yeah.
So hopefully Trump will pardon him. And many, many others like him who don't deserve to be in prison over having just entered the Capitol building. In some cases, not even entering. In some cases, they were hanging out outside the Capitol building and didn't do anything. And many of them just paraded or milled, and all of them should be pardoned. All of them.
The stock market is pleased with the direction of the country at this point.
Is it up quite a bit?
Dow futures were up. I'm just closed that. 427 points. So that's
good.
Yeah, what is that? It's up over 1% then. And then Bitcoin. Oh my gosh, Bitcoin was happy yesterday as more polls closed. Bitcoin price continued to ramp up. So I think it started the day around 68. Maybe 67, 68. I'm not sure exactly.
68,000?
Yeah, but right now it's at 74,730.
Oh!
Spikety spikes.
Yeah, I want you to stop talking about Bitcoin.
I know.
I don't even want to hear it anymore.
You could have got it. Just fell below 20,000 a year ago. Could have jumped
Shut
right
up.
in.
Shut up.
Don't even. I can't because we made so many jokes when it was at 100, 200.
Yeah, 300. Yeah, I was really serious at 300.
I know.
I was going to buy 10 of them at 300. And so
I'll bring you out of your funk. Kamala Harris just lost, and Donald Trump just won. Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
That's something. Because
Kamala, you've got no class. That's why Donald Trump just kicked your ass. Take with you tampon Timmy Walls, the man who has no balls. Oh, you lying sacks, it's time to go. We won't miss your lying commie show. It's sure been real, but not real fun. Trump's time has just begun. Trump time has just begun. Ow!
You got there.
There it is.
You got
there.
all of it.
Yeah.
Perfect. I especially
Nailed it.
appreciate the line, Tim Walz, the man who has no balls. I mean,
It's a little bit of a PG-13 version, so keep that in mind with your
works
kids as
beautifully.
Well, here, let's do ours.
And you-
it just broke.
Oh,
The
no,
machine
shoot.
just
Oh,
broke
shoot,
down.
darn it.
Darn,
Oh, no.
dang,
no.
darn.
Can I just say, and this was part of the discussion last night, the Blaze team did such a great job with their
They
coverage.
were awesome, yeah, really good.
And I've kind of had this thought, but they really enunciated it so perfectly yesterday. It's that, this gap of Trump terms really made him what I think is going to be an incredible second term for him. And he is, there's a Driving and Crying album, Scarred but Smarter. I think he has been through so much and seen how
The
Washington,
assassination
D.C.
changed him.
The assassination, but how the people they were stabbing him in the back. I swear to this day, I want Rance Priebus outed as the mole in the White House in the Oval Office.
Yeah, they've never done that.
Never done that. But he has said this in recent weeks in interviews that he just inherited a lot of people that knew the ropes, knew Washington, D.C., how to maneuver things. Screw that. Now he has got Elon Musk, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK. He's got great people around him.
I hope they have department watchers like they did the poll watchers. And right now, we go in there and make sure that we're keeping an eye on those departments for not to undermine anything right now. I'm coming
I wouldn't put anything past
I
these
would not
people.
either.
Nothing.
What are we at? 75 days. They are doing a lot of damage to this country.
The next 75 days are going to be so much easier to get through, though, because we know it's just that amount of time, and then we're done.
Yes, but
we don't have to worry about you people anymore.
Got demons that still have control of the levers of power for 2.5 months.
I know.
And,
that is a problem. Yeah. So I don't know what you do about it, because I don't know that you can have department watchers.
You have to. You have to have
How do you do this, Jimmy? Jimmy, enlighten us.
You just do it. I don't know.
You just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I'm sounding like
Nike.
Donald Trump
They can
now.
tell you.
Just do it.
All right. Let me ask you a question. Do you think our country is going in the right direction? Well, maybe you do now.
Yeah.
Or
absolutely.
Did it feel like, up until the election anyway, like everything was falling apart at the seams? Here's the thing to remember. It does help a lot that Donald Trump was just elected, but it doesn't fix everything. He can't stop catastrophic weather developments.
Nope.
He can't stop everything that might come our way. There could be all kinds of, who knows, obstacles down the road. And this is a great day, but you have to remember it's still a really good idea to prepare for any eventuality. And having an emergency food supply, storing food in your home, it is just the right thing to do. It's a smart thing to do, because we're living in crazy times. Right now, you can get ready-made 3-month emergency food kits from My Patriot Supply. Those come with delicious food like creamy stroganoff, honey wheat bread, and mushroom rice pilaf. The entire kit offers over 2,000 calories every day. This food kit lasts up to 25 years in storage. Who knows what our country will look like in a quarter century. But when that day comes, you'll be prepared. So go to preparewithpat.com and prepare. Order your 3-month emergency food kit from My Patriot Supply. Go to preparewithpat.com.
Pat Gray is unleashed.
Have we even mentioned Ted Cruz yet? I don't know. I don't think so. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. So thankful for that as well.
10 points.
He won by 10 points in Texas.
Mary Tang didn't win up in
good. I'm happy that Ted won. I'm happy that Ted won.
I'm very happy that Ted won.
I'm sorry that he's still a little butthurt over your butt kicking of him.
On the foosball
table.
Yeah.
A little unhappy about happy. I'm unhappy that he's still unhappy about that.
Me too. I thought in 8 years he'd get over it.
Got to get over that.
You know?
Yeah, but Jake Sullivan's wife beat Lily Tang up in New Hampshire. 53,
really?
47-ish, yeah.
Crap.
Yeah.
What
Can't get everything.
But Deb Fischer won.
Okay.
She was in trouble in Nebraska.
Yeah, the Senate right now, I mean, some outlets are as high as 54 seats.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, 54. It looks really good for 54 seats in the Senate. Wish we could get to 60.
Was Deb Fischer in Nebraska, was that the one up against Osborne?
Yes.
No, yes.
Okay.
Yes. The non-related Osborne. But I bet it confused a lot of people.
Sure did, yeah.
Just checking here on the House, how it stands right now. Obviously, you need 218 from a majority there. Right now, it's 198 to 180 in favor of Republicans. It's going to be a while to sort out a lot of those races.
Yeah. So the House and the Senate still in play, but it looks really good for majorities in both.
Yeah, the Senate, you've got a majority.
Senate already there.
Yeah.
The House might happen, and the presidency has already happened. Wow. In fact, world leaders have been congratulating Trump. So even though Kamala hasn't yet conceded, people have stepped up to congratulate her. She knows. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, as you can well imagine, was one of the first. He wrote on X, "Dear Donald and Melania Trump, congratulations on history's greatest comeback. Your historic return to the White House offers a new beginning for America." It's for sure.
Yep.
And a powerful recommitment to the great alliance between Israel and America. This is a huge victory! ! In true friendship, yours, Benjamin and Sarah Netanyahu.
Nice.
Very. You know that they've got to be so pleased.
Oh, man.
But even Macron said, French President Macron.
I'm sure he put his tail between his legs.
Congratulations, President Trump. Ready to work together as we did for 4 years with your convictions and mine, with respect and ambition for more peace and prosperity. I like this, though, from Viktor Orban.
Sit down there, Emmanuel. When we get to the table, you're down there, okay?
But Orban is a big fan of Donald Trump. The biggest comeback in U.S. political history, he wrote. Congratulations, President Trump, on your enormous win. A much-needed victory for the world.
No doubt.
Hungary's president, right?
Yeah. Also, British Prime Minister Keir Starmer talked about our alliance.
May not be around by January 20th.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky.
Oh, no. What did he say?
He's got to jump in. Congratulations to Donald Trump on his impressive election victory. I recall our great meeting with President Trump back in September when we discussed in detail the Ukraine-U.S. strategic partnership, the victory plan, and ways to put an end to Russian aggression against Ukraine. So that was about it.
I mean, that's pretty good for him. He knows he knows
the gravy train is going to end.
It's over.
But I think it's going to end because he helps the two parties come together and reach a settlement.
And that's fine. Let's do that.
Yeah,
let's be done with it. Whatever stops the bleeding of our cash to him, I'm for.
Well, and the human toll is, it'd be nice for that.
All right, so you can bring up the human toll, too. I'm talking about the cash that we're giving him, okay?
Prime Minister Modi, right, in India.
India, yeah.
He reached out. That's big because you don't want to lose India to...
You don't.
To Russia and China's influences through BRICS. So that was really good. And then I was actually watching Indian, I don't know, it was a pirated feed or something on YouTube this morning. Indian News is what it landed on. And they really went through the great friendship that
they love Donald Trump.
Yeah. And they played clips of Trump talking about him. And
it seems like India loves him more than just about anybody else in the world.
Yeah. And then here's a headline just broke a few minutes ago. So anyway, Russia's top brass look for a U.S. reset. As Putin keeps quiet for now. So I guess he hasn't reached out.
Brass look for a reset. Yeah, you can look to get the hell out.
Remember the reset that Hillary made back in, what was that, 2008, 2009?
We worked hard to get the right Russian word. Do you think we got it?
You get it wrong.
I got it wrong.
You got it wrong.
It should be перезагрузка.
Перезагрузка.
This says перегрузка, which means overcharged.
Oh, man. bad.
Just terrible.
So bad.
We just avoided another cackle.
Yeah,
we did. Another cackle, and we avoided another nightmare with world leaders.
Yes.
I mean, she just got done doing an interview with that Muslim guy where she did the joke.
The bacon joke.
About the bacon spice joke.
Set this up because we didn't talk about this yesterday.
I don't even I don't know enough about it.
It's a Muslim podcast host?
Yes.
And he says...
He does a Subway podcast in New York. Yeah. And they did an interview. I don't think he even released it.
No, he did not.
He was so pissed.
He did not. He asked, what's your favorite spice? And then she said bacon.
Yeah,
right?
the bacon spice.
The bacon
to the Muslim guy.
What?
And so it was so bad. And
he didn't even release it.
He didn't even release
the podcast.
He didn't
release the podcast.
Oh man,
she is so. You think?
Are you serious?
So that's a faux pas that would be made on the world stage from someone like Kamala.
Yeah, and if you
that'd
think
be terrible,
why would you even say that? Bacon is a spice.
I mean, I'm okay with bacon as a spice.
You're trying
out of your way.
You're
to be
trying to
Yes.
offend them.
Yeah.
What a weird response.
And
That's
since you're
just
talking
bizarre.
about world leaders, El Salvador Presidente reached out as well on social media. Congratulations to President-elect Trump. May God bless and guide you.
Yep.
That's nice.
And also stop opening your prisons.
Thank you. Buckle up.
They're
coming.
So help me. They better have locked the prison gates after last night.
Well, this guy did, right? El Salvador, he did, right?
No. Trump is always bringing Bukele up in speeches about releasing.
Okay. All right. I'm confusing my Central American countries.
Can I just say, and this may be, please, Lord, let this be the last clip we ever have to play of Kamala, but since we're talking about how much of an embarrassment she is, did you see her yesterday stop by the campaign office and pretend she was on the phone with a voter?
Oh.
She's so authentic.
Yeah,
that's the word.
So
authentic.
That's the word.
Pay close attention to when she holds up her phones here in clip 4. She's apparently on the phone with someone who just told her she's voting for her.
How you doing? Have you voted already?
Oh.
Give me a second. You did? Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you're holding up your phone. It's got the camera app open, not the phone app.
You know, it's so important.
Who are you talking? Now you're talking to no one.
And I thank you because I'm sure you got a lot of other things you could be doing.
Yeah, like taking pictures.
Who's she supposedly talking to?
Nobody knows. A voter.
Because a voter just happened to have Kamala Harris's cell phone number? Okay. All right.
Did you see where she was going? Where she was supposedly going door to door?
Oh, I didn't
that
see
was another fake
There's
one.
a bunch of videos that were just terrible.
They were fake door knocking.
Fake door to door campaigning.
Would they do an AI thing?
No, they were already. They knew the people at the house. They were already.
And they were acting
supporters.
surprised or something?
Yes.
Oh no.
Really?
But let's go to
Everything
Timmy's
about her is
house
so
because
fake.
Timmy already knows that we're coming over.
Absolutely, and the one was even said that I already voted for you. I'm working the polls. Okay.
So they found the person that
They
voted
did.
for her. Okay.
They
Well, that's
did.
good. That's
They
good.
did.
What a coincidence. Wow, that had to be hard to do.
I mean, if she came to my door,
those
I would,
numbers last night.
if she came to my house last night, well, she would not come to my house, but
No, she wouldn't.
She would not have come to my house. She'd come to the neighbor's house with the plethora of Kamala signs.
Is there a plethora?
At his house, there is.
Yeah. Jeez.
And it's funny because here's Japanese news animation on how they were talking about Trump victory. You can put it up. That's how they were announcing who won.
It's awesome.
Yes.
I love that's good.
Awesome.
The Trump
I like
teeth.
it.
The Trump teeth are perfect.
That's awesome.
That's
I did see a
fantastic.
great Kamala banner, though, in a neighborhood adjacent to mine that my wife took a picture of the other day that says Kamala is an idiot. And then there's just a little Trump sign in the yard next to it. But it's a big banner. Kamala is an idiot. I was like, okay.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't argue with it.
I don't know if those are for sale at the Trump Vance 24 headquarters, but I liked it.
888-900-3393 with how you're feeling today. I'm sure, like us, it's a happy day for you. And maybe you're feeling like the weight of the world was just lifted off your shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow. Still more work to do.
Weight of the country off the shoulders, man.
Yep. But Trump promises to make this a golden age for America. I really believe he will.
Yeah.
I really believe he will. 888-900-3393. More coming up.
Unleashed.
Very happy post-election day. Got some tweets here. Anthony Osh tweets, so when do all these folks who said they are leaving the country if Trump wins start leaving?
Yeah. There you go.
We need to help them along on that process.
No kidding. I'm pretty sure the airports are open.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
I think so.
Did you cancel your flight? Because, we know you were leaving if Kamala wins.
No, I don't need to. No.
Okay,
so,
go.
Canceled the flight. Yeah. Hee-haw, the Viking. I fell asleep around 3 a.m. with the TV on. Pat's song woke me up.
Oh, wow.
What a great way to start the day. Right?
Right.
You're welcome. Run to B. The Democrats will invoke the 25th to get Kamala in there as acting president. Well, that term will end January 20th anyway, if they do.
Yeah, why would that? What good would that
So
do?
she could be the first female president.
Yeah, if they're that fired up about it, then go ahead.
I don't think
Place president.
Jill will stab her in the heart.
That's for sure.
That won't happen.
Davis Jefferson, how long before the claims Russian interference, Trump cheated?
They tried.
Couple hours.
Yeah,
that'll
they
happen.
already tried in Georgia with the misinformation bombing threats.
Oh,
Yep.
right.
That was supposed to be all Russian stuff.
And
which
everything they've accused Trump of over the last 4 years, they're about to do.
Yep.
Yeah, and so what was so in 2016 it was Russian interference. That's why Trump beat Hillary. Right? 2004 Bush stole Ohio. That's why he beat Kerry. 2000 Bush stole Florida. That's why he beat Gore. So honestly, when's the last time they didn't challenge a Republican win? 1988? Bush
Probably.
Sr. and Dukakis?
Yeah, probably.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they try to spin this one.
Mommy and me biscuit. The fact that the pinko commies won't be able to whine and complain about the popular vote for the next 4 years is the icing on the cake. Glorious.
That's for sure.
It really is. It's one of the first things I checked this morning. Okay, we got the Electoral College. Please tell me we're winning the popular vote.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it's like 5 million now.
I mean, that is so good. So that we don't have to hear all about that.
Did not want to hear about it.
I know.
So people did what we hoped they would do.
Yes.
And that's get to the polls and make sure you vote. Make sure you get your friends and your neighbors to do the same.
If you did, thank you so much for saving this country.
Thank you so much.
No kidding.
All right, now time to chew the fat with Jeffy.
Don't disparage Graceland while he's around. If you do, it won't be an Anna sandwich you found. You know him, you love him, and you can put him on back. Yeah, he's Jeffy Fisher, and he's here to chew the fat.
Think about it. That's awesome. How big is yours?
Whoa.
No, not that. Silly. Your TV. This year, 38.1 million TVs that were at least 97 inches wide were sold between January and September, according to Circana. So that's 10 times more than the amount of TVs that size that were sold during the same time period last year. And the reason, surprise, they're cheaper. They're cheaper than they have been. The average cost of a TV of 97-incher is $3,113 compared to $6,662 last year. So as amazing how when the consumer technology improves, everything gets cheaper. Back in 2019, the cost of that 98-inch Samsung was $99,000.
Oh my!
So and now you can get one for $4,000.
Was how much?
99,000.
For what?
5-6 years ago.
For what TV?
98-inch Samsung.
99,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Dollars?
That's what they say. That's what Circana says. Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
And I didn't go check the price tag.
Feels like an extra zero is on there. No.
But they're no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I shouldn't challenge on math. You're right.
But they're only getting cheaper and bigger.
Do you think that this holiday
sadly,
season...
I don't have a 97-incher yet.
No, I don't either.
But I will say, it's never big enough. You can quote me on that.
I'm not going to do that. So, holiday season. Is it going to be like a Trump bump, with spending? Now people are going to be more optimistic about the future of the economy?
Maybe. But one of the stories was we have some strikes still going on around the world that are going to affect some of our goods and services here in the U.S. So hopefully that gets taken care of from Trump. Reminder also that for you Starbucks customers, starting tomorrow, all your non-dairy options at Starbucks are no longer going to cost you extra. Okay, you can get your almond milk for the same price. It's not going to cost you extra.
Okay.
The company noted that non-dairy milk substitutions are a popular drink customization. It's the second most popular customization after adding espresso shots. So customers who request substitutions with non-dairy milk alternatives like soy, oat, almond, or coconut milk will no longer pay an added fee. That's noted that nearly half of the current customers in the U.S. who modify their drinks will see a price reduction of over 10%. So enjoy when you order your oat alternative. And here we go again. Tropical storm Rafael, now Hurricane Rafael in the Caribbean, expected to strengthen some more as it heads into the Gulf of Mexico. Although the cone of uncertainty has it headed this way in Louisiana and Texas. I heard this morning that it probably, once it weakens crossing Cuba, it may not strengthen back up to a hurricane. It still may remain a tropical storm.
Doesn't it? No, it can't. It's November 6th now. Hurricane season ended November 1st. So somebody please inform this thing. Yeah, you can't become a hurricane.
Somebody left the weather machine on. You should have shut it off.
I think the hurricane season goes through November.
I thought it went to the end.
I believe so.
Yeah, it does.
June 1st to November 3rd.
To November 1st.
Yeah, we'll wait for Pat to fact check.
Go ahead.
While you're doing that, I'll tell you that today's Chewing the Fat segment brought to you by Kexi Cookies.
Chris
Kexi
says
Cookies,
it's
simply
confirmed.
the best cookies.
November 1st.
Okay, I don't care what Chris says.
Yeah,
He said
November
30th. He did say
I did say 30.
Okay, 30.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's why I only told him in his ear first, and then let him do the joke, and then give you the true information.
Awesome.
Kexi.com. KEKSI.com.
Pat, thank
Got my
you
box.
so much for my
Is this
box.
to celebrate Trump's win?
Yes, it is.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
Cookies all
Look at
around.
this. Look at this. It's a big old box.
Except for Jeffy.
New
you.
box. I love the new box.
Yeah.
The new design. The
You like
sealed.
that? Yeah,
I like the
and the
sealed.
cookies are even better inside
It's cool.
than the box.
And it's got this cool opening thing, so I can see if
Yes.
Jeffy breaks into my box here.
Yes,
Right.
it's like a security measure.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, if anybody broke the box,
Yep.
dude, thank you
Where's
so
your
much.
box, Jeffy?
So yeah, you can get the Boston
these
cream
commercials
pie
are going to end quick.
cookie right
Tell you
now.
that.
The sweet potato pie cookie, and also available.
Yeah.
Still, because we
Pumpkin
made
bread.
extra of the pumpkin bread. So if you
chocolate
want to
chip.
get in on that, do it. It's pumpkin bread with chocolate chips in it.
And Jeffy,
so moist. and
again, I
delicious.
asked Jeffy, where's your
I
box?
don't have one, and these commercials are going to end.
I wonder why that
quickly.
is. Why do you think that is?
Oh, I think we need to
I
bring
don't
that
know.
up. We need to bring
I
up that
don't know.
conversation.
We'll get to that in a
Okay.
moment.
All
We'll
right.
get to that
Okay.
momentarily.
Okay, yeah, you'll be finding out why Jeffy doesn't have a box this morning.
Chris had to fight starter early in the morning. It's all good.
All
It's
right.
all good.
I got to tell you about real estate agents I trust, because anytime in life that you have to make a big change, it's really hard. And that's especially true when you're planning to buy or sell a home or do both because you're relocating. It's complicated. It is. It takes a lot of time, a lot of jumping through hoops, a lot of decisions to make. Like, do you change out the countertops? Do you do all of those things? We did a lot of those things. And but our realtor recommended that we not do as much as we were planning to do, and it saved us a lot of money and made us money in the end. And it's interesting because we changed the countertops in our master bedroom, and we just got some photos from the new owners of our house.
Did they change it?
They changed them.
Oh.
Yeah, they changed
Wow.
them. Already. Oh. So, yeah. So.
But they may not have paid as much with the older
Maybe.
style that you had.
Yeah, maybe. That's true. But you need a great realtor to give you these suggestions and help you through the process, because it's the realtors that know what the buyers are looking for. Real estate agents I trust. We just set you up with a realtor for free, the best realtor in your market, and then the rest is up to you. RealestateAgentsITrust.com.
Now, more of Pat Gray Unleashed.
And Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. Boeing's 33,000 workers voted to end their 7-week strike on Monday. So the International Association of...
Is that because of Trump? Nah.
The International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers, or IAM, said 59% of the striking workers voted in favor of the New Deal, which includes a $12,000 bonus, just a one-off, and it's just a one-time $12,000 bonus.
For everybody?
That's correct. 38% pay raise over 4 years, and they also worked on their pension. There was some big deal with their pension plan as well that they wanted fixed, and it also raises the average machinist pay to $119,000 a year, a little bit over $119,000 a year.
What was it before? Do you know? Does it say?
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't say. Now, other good news is that since they signed the deal on Monday, they could come back to work anytime between yesterday and the 12th of this month. Don't worry about it. Just pick your time to come back. It's
got a pretty good deal, it sounds
deal.
like.
Yeah, it got a great
deal.
So I know. Look, they can get back to the excellence.
So they got a raise.
They can get back to being
$12,000.
That is Boeing,
and they can come back. Kind of when you feel like it. Whatever.
Just be here before the 12th. All right.
That's nice.
That's awesome. No doubt about it. Now, we mentioned about the port strikes. That was in Canada. They've shut down operations in Canada's container ports from east to the west coast. So that's going to affect the U.S. as well. When they shut down in July of last year, 13-day strikes at their 2 West Coast ports, that impacted the delivery to U.S.-bound goods for months, from apparel to auto parts to key industrial chemicals. So I'm sure it'll be different this time, though. Mm-hmm. I'm sure it'll be different. And that was just the West Coast ports in Vancouver. That wasn't the ports in British Columbia or Montreal. So good luck. God bless. Be sure to subscribe to my daily show, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher, available wherever you get your podcasts, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. You know, it's been 30 years since the original release of All I Want for Christmas from Mariah Carey. 30 years. So this past Sunday, the 55-year-old Mariah Carey stopped by Madame Tussauds in New York City for the unveiling of her brand new wax figure that was made especially for the Christmas season. And which one is real? Which one is real?
Here we go. Let's see.
Which one is real?
I say sitting down.
No, the real one's on the right.
Yeah, for sure.
Chris Cruz is correct. The one on the left, sitting down, is the wax figure.
Yeah, that's
right.
what we
Part of
said.
the seasonal holiday.
He was saying the
he's
real
wrong.
one was on the left.
Pat and I are right.
Weren't you?
Yeah, I was saying the real one is the one on the red dress.
No.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, no, the fake one is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Looks
the fake
good.
one is in there.
She looks
That's
good.
not what he said.
She's
Learn to
55.
speak
She
English.
looks
She looks
great.
really good.
Oh, yes. No,
Wax
no
figure
question.
or human, she looks great.
Yeah.
So they're going to be part of their. It's going to be part of their big Christmas display there at Madame Tussauds. Plus, she just just kicked off her countdown to Christmas season with her Instagram post. That was a sketch that transitioned her from Halloween celebrations to holiday, saying it's time, and it's time to start singing "All I Want for Christmas." Sponsored by Kay Jewelers, by the way. And then she's going to go on tour, which I'm sure is sponsored by Kay Jewelers, for the Christmas Time Tour, the celebration of the 30th anniversary of her album. And that begins tonight in California. So she's set to visit 20 cities across the country before wrapping it up December 17th in New York City. She's going to be right here in Dallas, Texas, Thursday, November 21st. So get your tickets now.
Oh,
let's see Mariah Carey.
Where is she
Christmas
performing?
Time Tour.
Do we know where she's performing?
We do. I think it's at the American Airlines Center, but I don't remember.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't remember.
Is she still filling arenas like that? Like 20,000?
It's Mariah Carey.
That's a lot.
Mariah
Christmas
Carey?
Time.
Yes.
Still?
Christmas
Come
Time
on.
Tour.
Come on.
Remember?
Still?
That's Mariah Carey.
Is it all Christmas music or?
I think she has her family show up and they all do songs, and she's just
That's adorable.
She's milking the whole Christmas time season thing. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Also, this week started college basketball season, and which I really don't care much about. But the thing that I liked was the Florida has the 7'9" Oliver Rio, the freshman,
7'9",
the world's tallest teenager. Wow. He's a Canadian.
Wow.
Owns a spot in the Guinness Record Book as the world's tallest teenager. He'll make his basketball history for the Gators this year. Known as Ollie, becomes the tallest to play college hoops, supplanting the 7'7" Kenny George of UNC in 2006 through 2008. Ryu grew up in Canada, Quebec, and by the time he was in 7th grade, he was 7 feet.
Jeez.
So in elementary school, he crossed the 6 feet mark. He's 8 years old. He's 6 feet tall. That's awesome.
Man.
Should be fun to watch him grow even more. I mean, he's still a growing boy. He's probably 8 foot by the time he gets out of Florida.
Wow. Maybe. Maybe.
I see where the BYU Cougars football team, 8 wins, 0 losses, ranked 9th in the AP Top 25 poll, ranked 9th in the college playoff poll.
Yeah. Could they get any more disrespected? Could we have some more disrespect for this team?
Well, they're in the top 10, number 9, undefeated. There's 3 or 4 teams left with 0 losses in the top 10, right?
Yeah.
Indiana, Miami,
right?
Oregon,
neither one
right?
of whom have beaten a ranked team. The team currently ranked in the top 20, neither one of them have beaten a team like that. It is true.
That's not true. Oregon beat Ohio State just the other week.
No, you just said Indiana and Miami.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Neither one of them have beaten a ranked team. BYU has, and they're ranked behind both of them.
No, I don't doubt it. I said they should be ranked higher for sure.
That's not what you said right before the show, though.
No,
That's
what you're talking about
That's
is my
interesting.
comment about the
Not
when
interesting.
you look at the playoff bracket, which was the first round of the playoff bracket was released last night from Week 11 from the college football playoff, and BYU gets, if they were to go, that's the rankings of the top 25 from the playoff brackets, and BYU still says no.
There they are.
Yeah, and so if you,
they should be ranked ahead of Miami. They should get the 3rd seed.
But if
for
they,
one thing,
okay, but I'm just saying if the playoffs were happening today, they'd get the bye.
You're right,
and they're on Oregon's side of the bracket. It's good they're not down there playing Georgia, and so that
doesn't matter who they play, they beat them.
See, that's where you and I disagree.
and can I just say,
I've seen them all play, and I disagree with you there. But what started what made you mad was the strength of schedule.
Yeah, which is asinine.
The strength of schedule.
What 61st?
I just know what ESPN, the strength of schedule.
Yeah, well, it's
bracket
asinine.
right there has
That's
BYU
ridiculous.
61st.
Sagarin has them at 21st. 21st strength of
This
schedule.
is the college playoff system that's working on your behalf. Has them as the 61st.
Strength of
schedule. Yes.
Which is garbage. They're about 21st.
And just a little housekeeping here. Indiana defeated a 25th ranked Nebraska Cornhusker team.
Oh, there you go.
No, they're not currently ranked. There's no currently ranked team that Indiana or Miami has
currently
beaten.
Ranked.
But they
BYU
beat
SMU, who is at the top of the ACC, and Kansas State. So
I don't know why they hate
2 teams
you so much,
in
Pat.
the top
You're
20.
still undefeated. You're in the top 10, and I want them to win. I'm rooting for them.
Take care of business, you'll get a bye.
I don't think they will.
Well,
I don't
see.
think they can win the
Got
national
the Holy
championship.
War this weekend. That's
right. They go
obstacle.
into the Godless Animals camp
Just a
this
reminder,
weekend.
Kamala Harris lost and Donald Trump won. Okay,
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray is here.
I am.
On the Blaze Radio Network.
And so are you. Thanks for joining us. 888-933-93. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Brett tweets, can we get the full album version of Happy Days Are Here Again?
that was such a beatdown that it almost deserves a full album version.
Right.
Or a Christmas album. I'm okay with that too.
Who?
From Patriot Infidel. It'd be nice if Kamala would concede without a teleprompter. One last breakfast salad would be a great parting gift.
There's no way she'll be able to barely get through what she has to say for sure.
I can't wait.
Will there be tears? I want to see tears.
I hope maybe she'll just
see tears.
Maybe she'll just do it live on The View today.
Or maybe she won't. Maybe she won't concede.
No, I don't know if she's on The View or not. Okay. Would The View, if she said I want to do it live on The View, are The View going to say no?
Yeah,
true.
From James Miller, does anyone want to ask Schumer if Democrats still want to get rid of the filibuster? That's a great question.
Yeah, so if we have the Senate, Turtle's gone. Right, he's stepping down.
Yeah.
So does that mean Dingleberry, Cornyn is the head guy?
Not necessarily.
Don't.
John Thune wants it. Cornyn wants it. Yes. And there's somebody else in the running, too.
Can we get Rand Paul or Mike Lee?
That'd be nice.
Mike Lee, please. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes. Be winning.
Ted Cruz, Mike Lee, somebody really, really good for a change. Why can't we have that?
I don't know.
Cannot. Okay, look.
I don't know.
If you're coming in there to do a seismic shift in American politics, which I fully believe Donald Trump will do with this term and with the Republicans this time. I don't know why. I'm a beaten dog, but yet for some reason I feel like this time it's different. So help me, you put a John Cornyn in that position as Senate Majority Leader?
Don't ruin it.
Bro,
right.
Stop it.
Yeah, even Thune hasn't been as good as he once was. It's amazing how they just change every time. Well, with very few exceptions. But usually they just, Cornyn went in there super conservative in 2000. And look at him now. We're like,
you're going to have to stop giving him that. You're going to have to just...
Well, I'm just reminding you that they change.
I know.
They change.
But he doesn't deserve any kind of praise.
I know. New Green Deal for Trump. If Biden was smart, he would pardon many of the J6ers. Trump better pardon them the first day of the presidency. Yeah, I sure hope so. I think he will.
Me too.
I think he will. But I'm trying to think. Were they federal? Were they charged federally? Because that's the only way he can do it. And I think it was, right? Because it was a Capitol building.
Yeah, because they keep going through Obama appointee stuff for these trials. Yeah.
Harold Lichtenberg. Now's the time for President Trump to chill out at Mar-a-Lago, put up a giant wall around it, and bring in the National Guard to keep him safe until Inauguration
Boy, no
Day.
kidding.
To quote Jeff Fisher, no doubt. That man needs to be, I don't care, and I mean this with all respect, I don't need to see you until January 20th. I want you safely tucked away, taking care of business behind walls, man. I don't want to risk any kind of harm coming.
I'm not opposed to that.
I don't think
not
I am
opposed to
either.
that. Certainly, you got to step up the protection detail. Yeah, you've got to have.
And in today's world, he doesn't need to go out anymore. I mean, he's been on the road for. He said 900 rallies. So I don't know that that's true.
Did he
or not,
literally
but
say 900?
He said 900.
Is that an exaggeration, or has he actually done?
I don't know.
900.
I feel like if he'd actually done 900, he would have said 1,000.
Okay, no. Last night, I think the way he made it sound, it was over the course of 8 years and everything. And this is going to be our last
Even
one
that's
together.
impressive, though.
Yeah.
The guy's 78. Yeah. That's incredible.
He was working until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning the other night. I've been giving me a break, and he's back up at it again.
Yeah.
By the way, he hasn't taken a day off. He's been on the campaign trail
every day.
He can sleep for 2.5 months if he wants to. Just out of public view.
Again, in today's world, he can log on to Truth Social and pop a video on, let you know what's going on. He doesn't need to go out.
Although he said, even after he wins, between now and the inauguration, he's going to be working on certain things like the Ukrainian war.
Agreed. And he could do that behind walls.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah,
he could.
He's not going to, though.
Let me tell you about Lumen. Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's a device that measures your metabolism through a simple breath test. Really cool. On the app, you'll see if you're burning fat or carbs. Plus, get personalized tips for nutrition, workouts, sleep, and even stress management. Here's how it works. You just breathe into your Lumen every morning to see if you're burning fats or carbs based on your metabolism. You want to be burning fat, obviously. Lumen gives you a tailored nutrition plan then for that day. You can also check before and after workouts or meals for real insights into how your body is fueling itself. Lumen's got the tips to keep you on top of your health game. Why does Lumen Health matter? Well, think of your metabolism as your body's engine. It's how you convert food into fuel that keeps you going, and you want optimal metabolic health, which means easier weight management, better energy levels, improved fitness, and even better sleep. Lumen also tracks your cycle and adjusts recommendations during hormonal shifts. So that helps you maintain energy and reduce cravings. Ready to take charge of your health? Head to lumen.me/Pat. Lumen, LUMEN.me/Pat. Use the code PAT to get 15% off. That's lumen.me/Pat.
Pat Gray Unleashed now continues.
If I breathe into that Lumen and it just says fat, I want a refund.
Really?
I want a refund.
Really? All right.
Okay. Well, then burn the right thing.
Yeah, right. I think you want it to say fat, right? You don't want to be burning carbs.
Yes, exactly.
All right. 888-900-3393. Let's go to Corey in Minnesota. Hey, Corey, you're on the Blaze. Welcome.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
How's your election going so far?
Very well.
It's actually a legit question this morning, and it's going quite well. Thank you very much.
Good. All right, so I'm a little concerned about Kamala, maybe Joe stepping down. I know someone had brought that up in one of the tweets. Joe stepping down, her becoming 47th president. Maybe a quid pro quo that, hey, I'll give you some money and I'll pardon Hunter.
I mean, that could happen.
I don't think so. Joe doesn't.
I don't think it will.
No way. Jill will not allow that.
Either way, she'd have to be done on January 30th.
But
anyway.
Jill will not allow that. I'm
so
sorry.
My other question about where are we sitting about Senate 54?
It depends on which side
I
you
think
go
right
to.
now we're at 52, but we're thinking it could go as high as 54.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking if we do hit 54, it might be in Trump's best interest to look at maybe putting Mike Lee and Ted Cruz into the Supreme Court.
Yeah, that's a great thought. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Corey.
But see, I had that same thought, but then I thought, maybe you let Clarence Thomas hang in there for a little while longer, and then.
Yeah, I hate to lose. I mean, I'm okay with Mike Lee. I don't know that Texas needs to lose Ted Cruz right now. We just let him slide by as a senator.
That is true.
Because what happens if he becomes a Supreme Court justice?
I'm pretty sure
they have a special election.
Yeah. You don't want to risk that. Especially when you just bought yourself 6 more years of Cruz.
Right. Well, somebody's got to step down anyway or die from the Supreme Court. And I don't think that's
I just mean
in the offing.
Well,
that if you're someone like Clarence
Thomas,
Thomas.
That's what he's been doing.
Right.
But I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
But let's say you're Clarence
Trump's
Thomas.
not going to do that.
And he's the oldest member, right, of the Supreme Court. How old is he now? 76. So let's just say you hang on for a few more years. But you're right, though. He's got, I guess, I don't know. It's too risky to be pulling people out of the Senate.
If one of the female liberals wants to step down, I'm all about it. Then, yes, appoint Mike Lee.
That would be great.
Would that be something?
Wow, I really expected Thomas to be a lot older than that. But I think he is the oldest member of the Supreme Court, regardless.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure he is now. Yeah.
At 76?
Sure he is.
That's a spring chicken in today's world.
It's a young court.
Let's go to Ron in Indiana. Hey, Ron, you're on the Blaze. Welcome.
Hey, thank you, Pat. It's nice to hear you again. I want to try to enlighten you good men that are still in journalism that any movement starts with knowledge and getting the word out. And I think everybody should beat that drum for Trump to bring up at least term limits. Across the universal, across the school, term limits, I mean, you name it, 2 terms on. And that'll cut all this graft and corruption out. You and I both know it. Bless you, hallelujah, and let's go forward and do this stuff right here.
Thanks, Ron. Yeah, term limits would be very, very helpful. My thing on term limits, I think it should be 12 years max. So you could do 2 terms in the Senate. You could do 6 terms in the House. 12 years, and then you're gone. Sorry, get out. That gives you an opportunity to, learn the ropes and get the system and get some things done, but then you can't stay there for life.
Could you do both?
Could you do both what? 12, you could go from the House to the Senate?
Yeah, that's the Jim DeMint plan, 12 years total. You could either, just whatever that equals.
You could do 3 terms, say, for 6 years, and then do 1 term as a senator, maybe?
Or whatever,
But 12 years is the limit.
Oh, okay.
At least that's what I'd like to see.
Okay.
The other thing that nobody will ever propose, but I'm a huge advocate of, and that's make them legislate from their district.
That needs to happen.
Just conduct business online and make them be around their constituents every day of the week.
Every day. That office door is open.
Rather than the lobbyists on K Street in Washington, D.C., you've got to answer to your constituents every day. My gosh, that would change everything.
That would make such a difference.
Change everything. Tim in Oklahoma. Hi, welcome to the Blaze.
Hey,
Hey,
how are you guys doing?
Good.
Man, I got a song in my head, that Hall & Oates song, She's Gone. Oh, my. How are we gonna learn how to face
Classic.
it?
Oh, man.
She's gone.
I think I've already learned how to face it, actually.
Listen, you guys have done a great job getting this thing together. But I got to say, your bumper music is over the top good.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
I love it.
How many shows get that compliment?
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
You're
welcome.
All right.
I'm a musician, so I live.
Yeah, well, listen, we've worked hard putting it together.
Yeah.
We've come in
Like I
here
said,
at night
you're welcome.
and nights and weekends and recorded those, so you're welcome.
Right. But
Man,
thanks for noticing.
I love y'all too.
Thanks, Tim.
Oh, no.
Thanks. Appreciate
I
it.
mean, we don't like to talk about it, but
Yeah, we try to
He
keep
brought
that
it
on
up.
the down
He
low,
brought
but
it up.
Yeah. So
What are you gonna do?
a lot of work goes
Humility.
A lot of work goes into it. 888-933-93. If you're just waking up and maybe you went to bed early last night, you may not know the news. Kamala Harris is out of our lives. Well, she soon will be. At least we don't have to watch her campaign ads. We don't have to see, hey, time is running out. Now's the time. Every single
it was
break.
maddening this past weekend.
Wow,
maddening.
They spent, of course, I was just looking at the money they spent. They claim it's only $881 million. That's about 3 times what Trump spent. $881 million. Wow. I think it was, I bet you it was over $1 billion. I think that's a really conservative estimate. 881.
I think so too.
But she was everywhere. Maddening. She was everywhere. The Democrats in every race were everywhere.
Yeah.
Colin Allred, you couldn't get away from his stuff in Texas, and I'm sure it was that way across the country.
And those national ads during prime time, Bennett, those aren't cheap.
No,
those aren't cheap.
They're incredibly expensive.
The national ads prime time in prime spots.
Yeah.
Those are, holy cow, that's a lot of money. I mean, okay, it wasn't $1 billion. Okay.
But it might have been.
Yeah.
They also said, this was according to, what is it called? Open source or open something? The one that tracks spending in politics.
Or Open Secrets?
Open Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said that $15 billion was spent during the election cycle.
Across
the board.
Yeah.
$15 billion. That's amazing.
That sure is.
And the Democrats outspent Republicans nearly in every race. Now, they used to accuse Republicans of buying the vote. They're buying the vote. Really? Who tried to buy the vote this time?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez. It's incredible. And the whole abortion thing, how'd that work out for you? I mean, I really thought they had me convinced that it was going to hurt us on the right. But I don't know that it did.
I don't know what Missouri.
I don't know that it did.
Florida's stuff failed, right? But I think Missouri's stuff passed.
And somewhere else it passed. I think in Arizona it passed, but Trump still won.
Incredible.
So,
look, in conversations that I've had specifically with Jovan Pulitzer, I mean, the fix was in 2016, but it was too big to rig. Congratulations. You defeated the machine and Trump won. In 2020, they got us. I'm curious, and I'll be talking to him actually tomorrow on my podcast. I want to know, did the Democrat Party, did they stand down and just let the natural course of events happen, and this was an organic victory for Trump? Or was the machine still, did the Republicans stop?
Or did we
fraud?
overcome?
Right. Did they stop it in its tracks before it got started?
Don't know.
I'm curious how pure this is. But just think of this. If the fraud was still in place and you still got this kind of win, you got 304 against Hillary, and you're going to get 312 against Kamala electoral votes. That's
a massive win.
Amazing message.
It's a massive win. And we heard reports of different ways that they went about it this time too, right? About closing precincts, internet down, no paper.
Yeah, trying to discourage Republicans from showing up.
You're already in line. Come back later. We can't do it now. That kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah,
we won.
Yes,
that's what I care about.
Yeah.
And speaking of abortion, we need to save more babies from that just terrible, tragic event. That's why I'm so proud that we've partnered with Preborn. They're the nation's leader in introducing mothers with unplanned pregnancies to their babies. Once that expectant mother hears the heartbeat and sees that precious baby inside her, she's twice as likely to choose life. You know, over 64 million lives are gone because of abortion in this country alone, just since Roe v. Wade in 1973. And millions more hang in the balance. So we've got to change that. And we have to start with changing Americans' hearts and minds. And that's what preborn is all about. When a woman considering abortion seeks to end her baby's life, preborn is there. The power of the ultrasound combined with God's love doubles a baby's chance at life. One ultrasound is just $28. 5 ultrasounds would be $140 if you can afford that. So if you have the means, maybe you'd even consider a leadership gift to save babies in a big way. Your tax-deductible donation of $5,000 would sponsor Preborn's entire network for 24 hours, and that would rescue 200 babies. To donate, dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or preborn.com/Pat.
Pat Gray will return after this.
Just kicked your ass. Take with you tampon Timmy Walls, the man who has no balls. Oh, you lying sacks, it's time to go. We won't miss your lying comedy show. It's been real, not real fun. Trump's time has just begun. Trump's time has just begun.
Okay, there we go. All right, it's a little anticlimactic. Really, got to work on that third line. Can't quite get it. So
I think you nailed it, Pat.
You think so?
Every time.
All right.
You're being assaulted by confetti by Chris Cruz in the doorway. Awesome.
Fantastic. I mean, what a relief.
No kidding.
What an absolute unbelievable relief.
That's for sure.
Because I really 100% believed our country is completely at stake here.
I do too.
I mean, I know they believe that on the other side. They're going to find out differently. They're going to find out that Trump's not going to round them up. He's not going to shut down their freedom of speech.
If he wants to.
That's right.
He's not going to put them in concentration camps. He's not Adolf Hitler.
Right.
And again, was it a listener who suggested that maybe the bare minimum for being compared to Hitler is murdering 1 million people?
Yes, she did say that.
Maybe
bare minimum, though.
Bare minimum. 1 million.
Right.
Okay, so if you've murdered under 1 million, you can't be compared to Adolf Hitler.
Right.
Hey, congratulations to Sarah McBride, elected to the House of Representatives out of the state of Delaware. The first transgender to win a seat in Congress.
Awesome.
That's
good for Sarah McBride.
Yeah, good.
Good for Hishi. But Pat, you're celebrating, and I got a message from Harry Sisson for you guys.
Oh, okay.
So he tweeted last night, Donald Trump has won the 2024 election. Congratulations to the Republicans and to the Trump supporters. Be humble in victory, gracious in defeat.
No.
To Democrats, I'm proud of you. I'm thankful for you. I appreciate you. We'll get through this together. Much love.
Oh, that's a reasonable, nicely put tweet.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm gonna gloat.
I mean, I think we've been pretty gracious.
You know what? Here's a tweet.
I will say that
We've only done the song 3 times.
I will say that Sarah
so
Gonzalez's quote to that was my favorite. Husschild, the adults are back in charge.
How about let's go with Bette Midler's tweet from yesterday afternoon.
Bette
Midler.
Of her refrigerator. So if Kamala wins, she's going to have champagne. If Trump wins, she's going to drink Drano. Well,
all right. Good luck on that.
Go and check on her.
No, please don't do that.
Don't.
No, don't.
Not a good idea.
No.
Bet.
Oh my goodness. So the meltdowns, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there were so many of them. I don't think we have time for one here.
Yesterday we had a meltdown from Joe Scarborough. Yeah, we do. We have time for
okay,
this.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. All right, here he is. Melting down yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Oh, it was awesome. He's so terrible.
Cut to Joe Scarborough.
Or maybe we don't.
No, it's cut 3. I'm sorry. Cut 3, his meltdown.
Maybe we don't have.
Okay, now
we still have an electorate, 70 million plus, that will be voting for a man who said he was going to assassinate for treason the chairman of the Joint Chiefs because he didn't support him on January the 6th, who has said just in recent days he was going to execute Liz Cheney with a firing squad, 9 guns pointed and shooting at her face.
No, he didn't say that,
A man who said that he was going to shut down CBS because he didn't like how they edited an interview. A man who said he was going to be a dictator from day one. A man who said he was going to terminate the Constitution. A man who said he was going to use the army and he was going to use the National Guard on his political opponents. I literally
love how
could
the lies
go
just continue.
on
Just
all
one after
day.
another.
And yet
Please
you
do.
talk to Trump
Please
voters
do.
and they'll go,
You could, and you do
"He didn't
lie
say
every
that."
day, all
Wait,
day.
No, I didn't hear him. And then you say, well, here's the quote. And then they'll go,
Yeah, show me the
He
quote.
didn't mean that. So there's something far more long-lasting than just Donald Trump, the candidate.
All right, I can't take it anymore.
Now he's going to go
I just
after
can't.
people. Now he's going to go after the people that follow him, the MAGA people. There's something long-lasting with them, not just Donald Trump.
I can't stand it.
Yeah. The rest of his rant is going after people that voted for
going after the citizens
Trump,
that voted for him. So
Got a
go
piece of
away.
crap.
No question. Take you and your commie wife and go away.
Yeah. And don't think we've forgotten 2015 and 16.
Thank you.
When you were up his butt so far
Right.
that your eyes turned brown. I don't want to hear it from you. You and your wife who invited him to your wedding because you
Thank you.
loved him like crazy. So don't even give me this
And don't
garbage.
think we've forgotten that you aren't smart enough to figure out how to add an extra hour to your radio show
Right.
either, okay?
Right. It's been 13 years, my friend.
How do you figure?
Here's how you do
An
it.
extra hour.
Let me give you a clue. You just do the extra hour. Hold on. It's not that hard.
Can we revisit your analogy? Hold on. Your head was so far up his butt that your eyes turned brown.
Right.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Okay.
You better mix that in more often.
All right, okay.
I mean, you don't necessarily want that, but
I'm just
You don't
saying,
want to
no.
do it.
It really
but
paints-
he's already done it.
paints a picture.
Which is why he has brown eyes. So, I mean, I'm just speaking truth. That's all
You
I'm
are
doing.
speaking truth.
Speaking truth. We've got more of it. And we have more of it coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Great to have you with us. A very happy day. Very happy day. I mean, I hate to say that we wouldn't have survived it because America's stronger than that, but they've beaten us down so much. They've attacked the foundation of this country so much.
Felt like we were at the brink.
That another 4 years, I really don't know. I know we said that with Obama on the second term, and we survived that. But
did we?
Did we? Well, we survived it because Trump came along in 2016, and he bought us some more time. And so
they tried to pick up the pace with Joe.
Boy, they sure did. They sure did. They wanted that fundamental transformation to be completed, and they tried. They tried their darndest.
But I think I really do think that perhaps his decline hurt them on that push through. So I mean, they had that to deal with rather than just push through their agenda.
Biden's decline.
Yeah. And then I mean, then you had to. Then they tried to push him out, and he got pissed. So I'd like to thank Joe and Jill
me too.
for helping elect President Trump.
Did you notice that he didn't even show up at the party last night?
No way.
For
and Jill
Kamala.
wore a red outfit to vote.
What?
Oh,
that
wow.
was the best.
I mean, come on.
Little subliminal messages all along the way.
Come on.
Full red.
He really helped out with the garbage comment.
Yep.
That helped.
Oh, hold on.
I don't know if that was on purpose, but I think it might have been.
DeSantis?
Oh, DeSantis? Right.
I mean, the whole thing. It was
right.
It's incredible.
Play clip 9. This will make you feel good.
Worst vice president, you're the worst border czar. There's never been anybody bad like you. Kamala, you're fired. Get the hell out of here.
That's great.
If you're listening to the podcast, garbage man Donald Trump just dumped a can of garbage that included Kamala Harris into his truck and drove off.
Funny.
That's great. Also, he promised a golden age being ushered in for America. Cut 2.
And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day, I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
And his line of, we don't have to live like this anymore. We don't have to live like this anymore. That resonated.
That was a great line.
Yeah, that resonated.
We don't have to live like this. So good.
Yeah,
so good.
That really resonated, and I loved it.
And, they were asking him about how he's going to unify America. And he said that when we become prosperous again, when we're successful again,
see the successes.
That will unite us. I think that's right.
I think so, too.
I think that's right. When you don't have to pay 4 times the price for eggs anymore at the grocery store, and your wages aren't being suppressed by bad economic policies, that's going to make a difference to people.
Yeah.
I mean, it made a big difference until COVID.
Yeah, right.
One of the things I'm looking forward to is his celebrate. What is it called? Celebration 250 or Salute to America 250.
Yeah, the 250.
So
yes.
it's a year-long celebration across the nation
in 26
in 2026,
mm-hmm.
and it sounds so cool. It just sounds like
that can unify America.
Amen.
That can unify America,
and that is again something that would not have been available to him had he been in office.
Is Mariah Carey touring with him on that? Or?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Right,
of course. Sure. And Taylor Swift.
And
so
I heard
Beyonce. And Beyonce.
Well, Beyonce is
joining.
Good.
I mean, they tried everything to get Kamala in, and it didn't work.
They sure did.
Good.
They pulled out all the stops.
Yes, they did.
Cardi B went on a rant. She said, "I'm going to F you up."
Who?
Cardi B.
I know. She's going to F who up?
Because she was on live.
To us?
Yes.
She's going to F us up?
She's going to F you up.
Okay. She's going to... All right. Something to look forward to.
Calm down, Cardi.
Yeah,
calm down.
WAP.
Read it off your phone and relax.
Brother.
Read it off your phone. Maybe.
The patience can bring you something to drink. Calm down.
All right. We also have Trump thanking the American people. Check this out. Cut 13.
Everything about our country, and we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy?
Look what happened.
Look what happened.
But it's a political victory.
Vance helped too. What a great pick.
Our country has never
really
seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you. And
we got that part already. All right, so great. Thank you. He also talked about the Republicans taking back the Senate. Cut 14.
People. America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's
good. First time we saw that.
And the Senate races in Montana,
Very
Nevada, Texas, Ohio.
Has Montana
Michigan,
been called?
Wisconsin, the great Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We're all won by the MAGA movement. They helped so much.
Yeah!
And in those cases, every one of them, we worked with the senators. They were tough races. And I mean, the number of victories in the Senate was absolutely incredible. And we did tele-rallies.
So he beat Tester in Montana?
Yeah, it's been called 53-45.
Yes!
So there's another flipped seat.
Yes! So is that 53 officially?
Oh, no, that's part of the calculus.
Oh, is that part of the 51?
It's part of the
52?
52, yeah, it's part of the 52.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
finally got rid of
Dingleberry.
John Tester. There's no reason to have John Tester, a stinking establishment Democrat in the state of Montana, when you could have a Republican. And now they finally do. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Montana does that, though. I mean, as red as that state is supposed to be, it's really not always.
So Deb Fischer held on
always.
in Nebraska over the Osborne fella.
Yep.
We flipped West Virginia and Montana. Was there another flip there? Or let's see.
I don't know. Pennsylvania, was that Democrat before?
That's a good question. I don't know. That was, Bob Casey. Bob Casey
right.
lost
Bob
49.
Casey.
Well, they haven't officially called it. That would actually put it at 53. So it's 49.1 to 48.3 with 97% reported.
So Adam Schiff won.
Yeah, Schiff won in California, which sucks. He beat Steve Garvey, legendary baseball player Steve Garvey. Is his fame going to carry him? No, apparently not.
Apparently
and he wouldn't,
not to be a senator.
He wouldn't take the endorsement of Trump. Wouldn't reach out to Trump for an endorsement there.
What?
So
I don't know if it'd been enough.
No,
I don't know if
it would have been enough either, because he lost by 15.
Yeah.
I mean, it's California, but still
Adam Schiff. Though. No.
Adam Schiff, one of the worst human beings
can't get rid
in
of him.
office.
We can't get rid of Fang Kinzinger, and we can't get rid of him. I don't know that he was up for re-election this time around.
Plus, it's not Kinzinger who was.
Right?
That's not who's
no.
with Fang though.
Fang is with Swalwell.
Yeah.
Swalwell.
Yeah,
that's right.
Swalwell.
She was. I got news for you.
She's made the rounds.
She was with Kinzinger.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
Wouldn't surprise me if she'd been with Adam Kinzinger too.
So right now, as it
breaking news from Jeffy there.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
And just a reminder: in the House, you need 218 votes for a majority.
Where are we
and
now?
As it stands right now, it's 198 to 180 in favor of Republicans, with however many left to go.
Carrie Lake did.
Carrie
out?
Lake lost.
Oh,
no, she lost.
She could not win, man.
No, she can't. It's too bad.
Well, she did, but they stole it. What?
Oh wait, what?
Let's see here. What is the percentage there in Arizona?
According to this, there's 60% reporting, and
it's only 60% in.
60% reporting, and he's up 50, and she's at 47.
I don't know if that's doable or not.
2.8, yeah, 2.8% here.
Okay,
difference.
She's definitely going to fight for that, saying it's still good.
I would think so.
Yeah, she'll fight for that.
Yeah, I would think so. All right, let me tell you about Beam Organics. If you struggle to get to sleep or stay asleep, as I often do, there is something you can do so that you don't have to wake up groggy and feeling irritable and unfocused all day with no energy at all. Get the sleep you need with Beam's Dream Powder. This is awesome stuff. It tastes delicious. There's only 15 calories. So you don't have to feel guilty about drinking it either. It's delicious, 15 calories, no added sugar. It's just guilt-free, and it'll put you to sleep and help you stay asleep all night long. 0 grams of sugar, but they've got great flavors like sea salt caramel, which is a really decadent treat. There's also brownie batter, vanilla chai, and the original cinnamon cocoa, all of which make winding down and getting better sleep so much easier. Dream Powder uses all natural ingredients, so you don't have to worry about any of that. Please try this out. If you've tried maybe everything else you can possibly think of and nothing works, give this a try. And right now you can access their biggest Cyber Monday sale of the year early. Get up to 50% off at shopbeam.com/Pat. That's shop, BEAM, shopbeam.com/Pat. Enter the promo code PAT at checkout.
Pat Gray, Unleashed.
When was this Joy Reid clip? Was this last night?
This was last night.
This was during the election coverage?
And if you want to know how Donald Trump won Texas, it was because of the voter suppression in Harris County, which is the county that Houston is located in. But
remember when we told everybody in Harris County not to vote? Remember that? And Donald Trump was there, and he was making sure that people didn't leave their homes if you're a Democrat. Remember that?
Yes.
They stationed the National Guard at all the polling places.
Remember
and
that?
if you were a Democrat, they sent you home. Remember that? Remember? So, yeah, a lot of suppression in Harris County.
You're saying in Texas it's the big whale. I don't know what to call it. It's the one Democrats have wanted for a long time, but it still keeps moving each cycle.
It's also a very voter suppressed state, and the focus of voter suppression coming from that state capital is Harris County, where Houston is, and they are relentless in it, and that is also the largest single.
Coming from the state capital.
State capital is
Houston is not the state
here.
capital. Pumpkin.
I thought to say she absolutely said that.
Go back to the beginning, because the beginning of her rant, not what's her face.
And may I also just say that Harris County, Texas, home of drive-through voting, vote by mail, polling locations all over the city,
all of that. Plus, it's hugely Democrat.
Yes,
Harris County
already
is Democrat territory.
That was the key to Donald Trump and Ted Cruz, for that matter, stealing Texas away from the Democrats.
Inner city Houston is almost unwinnable for Republicans. I mean, that's why Sheila Jackson Lee, rest her soul,
was there forever.
She was elected over and over and over, and I'm talking, it wasn't close. It was like 80-20 every time. It was 70-30 at the closest. I mean, there was a guy who went door to door for like 6 years trying to get people to vote for him.
I helped him.
And he got his ass kicked.
And I actually helped that
And you
guy.
helped him.
And he got like 30-something%. And we thought that was a big win.
We thought, wow, that's a moral victory right there. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Good job, man. You only lost by 40 points.
This is at the Capitol in Houston?
Yeah, at the Capitol in Houston.
Okay.
So this shows you just how knowledgeable she is about voter suppression, because she thinks Houston is the capital city of Texas. These people are such idiots.
That's for sure.
All right, listen to this again. This is incredible.
You're saying in Texas it's the big whale. I don't know what to call it. It's the one Democrats have wanted for a long time, but it still keeps moving each cycle.
Here we go.
It's also a very voter suppressed state, and the focus of voter suppression coming from that state capital is Harris County, where Houston is, and they are relentless in it, and that is also the largest single physical number of black voters in any county other than Cook County in Illinois. That's the largest number of black voters available, and they are deeply suppressed in terms of their ability and access to the ballot.
Oh,
so
my gosh.
Democrats would have to do a lot of work there in terms of voter suppression and also voter motivation as well.
But also motivation as well. Yeah, also motivation.
I'm sorry, we can't help you on the motivation thing. If they're not motivated to vote, how is that my fault?
Every opportunity to vote.
Listen to this. Okay.
How are they suppressed? They have to bring an ID to the booth? Is that what it is?
Oh, yeah.
Is that how they're
in
suppressed?
Texas,
It's just asinine.
I hear it. All right, Sylvester Turner. Remember him?
Yes.
Former mayor of Houston.
Yep.
He just won Sheila Jackson Lee's seat, the 18th district in Texas. A squeaker. 69.3 to 30.7.
Well, that's because of the voter suppression, right?
Yeah, hello.
He couldn't get out to the...
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
Could have had 90 if not for...
Well, the KKK was at all the polling booths, and they sent away all the black people.
Remember?
Remember that? Remember when that happened?
Remember? Wow.
By the way, Joy Reid wasn't done. She had more.
Did she?
Play clip 22.
Okay.
You just think about just the last 2 weeks and the things that Donald Trump has said.
What has he said?
Into the TV, that people could hear him say.
Into the TV.
The vulgarity in front of families with young children, and the threats to do mass deportation and violent, start violence.
Okay. That's not a threat. That's a promise.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Deporting people who don't belong here is not a problem, Pumpkin. It's not a problem to most Americans.
So listen to that. He threatens to uphold the rule of law.
Yeah, how terrible. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. How dare he deport people who are maybe violent criminals
and that won
over
many African Americans and Hispanics here in the United States of America.
Hold on.
The legal immigrants.
To that point, it's a perfect segue. Thank you, Jeffy, for setting up this other clip, because they make this assumption that, well, if you have brown skin, you must totally be against fill in the blank.
They
in this
don't
case,
understand.
The rule of law.
Fortunately, they don't get that.
So I want you to check out this clip. I can never remember this chick's name on MSNBC. Clip 6, talking about minority voters, where it's such a racist comment, and And then she realizes, oh wait, what am I saying here? I'm actually confirming the white replacement theory. And anyway, just watch this. This
The
is
electorate,
training.
right? The assumption would be demographic change favors Democrats if it's becoming a browner state. There's a bigger Latino population, and we know from Paulo Ramos's amazing reporting on the ground in Texas, just because someone is brown, just because someone's Latino, does not necessarily make them an acolyte of the Democratic Party.
Ding, 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 ding,
Thank
ding,
you.
ding, ding.
Welcome.
The light just went on.
Welcome.
And there's a reason nobody knows her name on MSNBC, because she's spewing that garbage.
I mean, but she's like, well, look at these massive demographic shifts. But that you can't just assume they're going to be Democrat votes like we have taken for granted.
I love it when they get caught in their own racism, and then they realize that they're spewing their racist rhetoric, and then they try to fix it.
That's for sure.
In mid-sentence.
Thanks
Little
for
late
great
there, hon.
reporting.
Little late. Oh, jeez. Fantastic.
Yeah.
This could have been a really, really sad day for us. And fortunately, it
all of a
wasn't.
sudden, this timeline really improved, didn't it?
It sure
Oh,
did.
and speaking of the Hispanic vote, let's see. Starr County, Texas, the most Hispanic county in America. Let's see. Trump won. Let's see. What does it say? Trump won Starr County, Texas, most Hispanic county in America.
He won the county?
Yeah, by 16 points.
Oh, my gosh. That tells you that when they're here legally and they did it the right way.
Yes.
They're not in favor of people doing it the wrong way. Why would you be?
And not only doing it the wrong way, I mean, they're getting benefits far and beyond what needs to happen.
That legal residents are not privileged to receive.
I mean, American citizens are struggling, and these people are getting the golden plate handed to them. No.
People are sick of it.
No, buckle up, because they're coming.
As a Puerto Rican migrant, I agree with you.
Are you admitting to being a Puerto Rican migrant now?
I'm going to admit it today because I feel safe that we're MAGA country.
All right.
As a Puerto Rican migrant, I agree with you.
All right, good. Thank you.
We didn't ask. Thanks.
All right, let's go to Stan in Missouri. Hey, Stan, you're on the Blaze.
Hey, wow. First time I've ever been able to get through.
Well, welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, I like the idea of Mike Lee being in the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think if you look up his DNA, do a search, it starts with "We the People."
Yeah,
it sure does.
No question about it. And he'd love to have that job too. He'd love to be a Supreme Court justice.
He deserves it.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a better choice. But Ted Cruz can't go in the Supreme Court. He's got to keep his schedule open to run with Vance in 28.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Thanks, Stan. Well,
Nice
you never
thought,
know.
though.
You never know. I'm worried about him taking off for Cancun and being there when it gets cold in Texas again. And what if our power goes out and he's not working on the line?
He's a
What
lineman.
if he's not? Yeah. You know, we don't have that lineman for the county out there working for us to restore power.
If he stays
what
in
are we
Texas,
gonna do?
that opens up a couple of seats for us.
So
on that airplane that
Plus,
was
he's
full.
too busy hurting women in Texas.
Right.
Yeah.
Bastard. He's trying to kill women all over the state.
Thank you.
How would you like
By making them have babies.
Yes.
How many women die every year because of babies?
Too many.
Too many. Too many.
Too many.
Hashtag because babies.
Because babies.
Yeah. So
you need the ellipsis there.
What about
because ...
No, you can't do that. No.
Babies.
You can't have the hashtag in the ellipsis. You got to pick one or the other, Pat.
Really?
So yeah,
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
All right.
Is there an apostrophe?
Ted Cruz for Attorney General. How's that feel?
It feels okay.
But
I don't want him out of the Senate.
I don't know. I replace
that's
him with the Senate.
That's my issue. Mike Lee and Ted
Attorney
Cruz
General.
have
it's
so
hard.
many years ahead
That's
of them in their terms. Let's find somebody that maybe is in a vulnerable seat that can deliver.
Although
that.
I will say, if it was offered to Mike Lee, he takes it.
And he should.
Yeah.
And he should. And he
It'd be
absolutely
great.
should, yes.
Especially if he's replacing a liberal. If you're replacing, Clarence Thomas, I don't know that we need him to leave the Senate for that.
That's fair. Yeah.
But if you're replacing a liberal, then absolutely.
Oh, I just had the ages
Absolutely.
of all of them in front of me, and let's see where to go. Yeah, he's
by far the oldest,
Such a
isn't he?
young court.
Yeah, it is.
Because he was born in, he was born in 48. Oh, wow. Alito was born in 50? Oh, he's
Okay. So he's
a good-looking 74-year-old.
74.
Wow.
Lito, yeah. He's still spry.
Sotomayor, 70.
Is she really?
Yeah.
Wow, and she's sickly too.
Is she really?
She's also tired and worn out. She was complaining just 6 months ago, a year ago, about
maybe she should retire.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Go hang out on the beach or something.
She might.
She doesn't like the
She actually
workload.
might, yeah.
It's too hard for her. So go ahead and step down and go rest. You deserve it.
You do.
Go rest.
Yes.
And then we'll make that call to Mike Lee in Utah. All right, let's go to Dale in Minnesota. Hey, Dale. Welcome to the Blaze. Dale? Did we lose you? We lost him. We were just getting to know him. And we don't have time for Nathan or the others because we only have a minute left here. But
shoot.
But enjoy the day.
Yeah.
I mean, we all earned it, right?
No kidding.
We sweated over this thing for a long time. And there were some very frightening moments along the way.
You see those Kamala signs today as you're driving home? Just smile.
Just smile. Yeah.
Have pity.
Smile and wave.
Have pity for
Smile
your
and
neighbor.
wave, boys.
You're gonna
Smile and wave.
You're gonna go to your neighbor and.
Nope, I'm just gonna smile, and I might, I don't know, slow down. Pass his house a little extra slow today.
Maybe honk.
Roll down your window.
You could borrow my flag. You could borrow my flag.
That's nice. Yeah, that's nice. I might do that. All right. 888-900-3393. Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Use all that tomorrow. We'll see you on Overtime coming up.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.